WTF is the EMG Autobot powered electric speed loader. Many people seem to be excited and going on about this. Now, before you all start shouting Team Chaotic Bench, Thor, I'm looking at you. The reason the bench is so chaotic is because I have grabbed every single type of magazine that I could find within the space of like 5 minutes. So we're going to test them all. Now, what is the Autobot speed loader? Now, many manufacturers have tried to make a product similar to what this is. All of them have failed. They've always been crap. Don't let people on the internet tell you any differently. They either broke easy, or they didn't feed, or they said they'd do things that they didn't do. But this one from EMG is meant to break that mold. It's meant to be better. Let's go through some of the features here. DuPont polymer construction, compact external rib design. Right, those two first things are good, absolute rubbish. CNC stainless steel loading nozzle assembly. Okay, good. CNC high carbon steel gear set. Now, usually these things have plastic gearboxes in them and they break pretty much straight away. High performance motor powered by an 11.1 volt LiPo battery. Battery size, that basically they're giving you the size to get it in the thing. It comes on a Dean's connector, so kudos there. Multi adapters, unloader included. Capacity 1400 rounds. Let's get this thing unboxed first, and then we're going to test it to the high heaven. Hopefully not damage any of my magazines, because that would be a bad day. So in the top, this is the first time I haven't opened this box at all. This, again, full disclaimer, I bought this with my own money. It's about £110, which is astronomical if you ask me, from the guys at BZ Tactical. I think you can get these from like Evike at like $70 or something similar. So we get a bunch of adapters and we get the loader itself. Now, I went for the FDE one. I don't know why. I was just trying to be a little bit different, I suppose. No idea what that sticker is. I imagine that is to put on the bottom to stop it sliding around everywhere, which is, shall we do that first? Let's put this sticker on. Why they couldn't put this on for you and you have to do it yourself, I don't know. But better to have it than not have it, I suppose. Are we actually even going to be able to peel this off here? You know what, we're going to come back to that. I ain't got the patience for that at the moment. So you'll see it's quite chunky, you know, compared to an M4 magazine. It isn't quite as tall, but you'd probably get 3 M4 magazines in terms of thickness. And very simple. We fill in the BBs here, 1400 rounds. They come out of here. They get actuated by pushing it down. And the interesting thing about this loader, you've got a little rubber plug there, is basically it's meant to have that much torque that, I did get a 7.4 volt battery, but we're not going to use that. It's meant to have that much torque. Bear me 1 second. Bloody cat's trying to kick the door in. So the basic this is meant to have that much torque that when the magazine is full, it can't put any more BBs in. This is meant to just kick it up with the sheer force of the motor to stop the BBs feeding. And we're going to test that today. So we flip this open. We've got a Dean's connector there. We've got a space for a battery. This battery isn't going to fit, obviously. It's going to stick out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in. The battery that I'm using, I do have a really chunky 11.1, which we can try if we don't get a look at this. It's 11.1 20C 1300 milliamp Bigfoot battery, which is just a rebranded Chinese battery, but these tend to be very good. And it doesn't work because I haven't switched it on. So you've got a little switch on the side here. Okay, so it's turning pretty good. So we're going to put some BBs in this thing. Now I'm going to be using 0.2s for this because I don't really want to munch up a load of 3s or 0.4s for this test. I do have a couple of speed loaders here. And I'm going to have to pour these in here. And I didn't think this through because normally I load this into the into the thing. Right, what can we use? Got a little plastic container here. So I'm just going to scoop these up. I'm going to pour some BBs in. Now it does have a little tab on this thing for unloading the BBs, which is this circular thing here. So what you do is you get this, you put it in there, and you could unload your mid caps. Now you won't be using that for GBBR mags. I'm predominantly going to be testing GBBR stuff today, but there we go. We're also going to test some mid caps and such. So we've got a couple of adapters. That's going to be for your pistol mags. Not entirely sure what that's for. And then that is just a standard, you know, adapter. I think we can also use this as well as an adapter. And there's a little grub screw on here which you can screw in to secure these in place. Right, make sure you've got plenty of BBs in here. We don't want it running dry. And yes, I am that weird that I, you know, make boxes for all my weights of BBs. It just keeps it nice and simple. I don't like using bags. And then we've got load tools, which I'll be using some of these for the Marui stuff. So we've got a Marui loader, we've got a PMAG loader, we've got an AKM loader. These are the easy loaders, by the way. They might look a bit different in colour, but yeah, I just mess about with the colours. And then we've got an adapter for something else, which we'll get to in just a moment. Get that out the way here. So first of all, we're going to start with predominantly what many of you are going to be using this for, which is mid caps. So AEG mags, sniper mags, anything like that. What have we got here? Let's start off with something simple. That's not going to fit in there, but let's see if the other adapter does. So this adapter, oh my god, that was made for the SRS. Oh my god, that fits in there perfectly. So I think that's gonna work really well. So let's give this a go first. It's probably going to shoot BBs everywhere, but we'll do it together. And for all intents and purposes, that worked perfectly. So it pushed and pushed and pushed till the mag was full. Once the mag was full, it kicked the magazine up. It didn't really take much force, and it fed all the BBs. So that is a full magazine. The way we're going to test this is going to take a speed loader. Oh, it's not full. I could get an extra couple of rounds in there, but 2 or 3, not bad at all. What did we do with that adapter? There it is. Let's see if this works for the SRS. Yes, it does. So SRS mag, they don't hold many BBs anyway. It's not going to take that much. But the SRS mags, it even comes with an adapter that's perfect for the SRS mag. Now, TAC 41. This one might be a little bit more difficult because we don't really have an adapter that fits this. You know, we're probably going to have to use this and just try and hold it. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. So TAC 41 mag, what are these, 110 rounds, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. That filled just fine. All I had to do was I used the little spout tool and just lined it up on the hole, and it filled perfectly fine. So the TAC 41 mags are easy to dump out. We just press this here, which is why a lot of people dump their BBs out on the field, because these are very sensitive. So Silverback SRS, Silverback TAC 41, this loader works very, very well. What we're going to try here, let's go with something simple. So we're going to try, bear in mind I haven't screwed this on, so you can screw these on to secure them. I do have a 1.5mm Allen key because I moved it a second ago. So I'll tell you what we'll do, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'm just taking an Allen key, and I'm just going to very carefully just nip that up so it doesn't shoot off. What would be nice is maybe some kind of 3D printed adapter that can sit on the bottom here. I mean, I wouldn't be carrying this on my gear. I'd have this in the safe zone. So it would be nice to fill it with. In fact, while we're still on the easy mags, I'm going to take this battery out and I'm going to get my screw U battery, which we'll see if this kicks up the RPM. I haven't charged this battery in years. This is an 11.1 5000 milliamp 35C chunk battery. I used to use this battery pack to power, you know, an FU massive torch for like night games. So we'll see if this goes any faster. Now, I imagine this is going to work fine with the Scorpion, so let's give the Scorpion a go. Scorpion works absolutely fine, so all you Evo users out there, that's going to work an absolute doddle. And I screwed this on, but I'm going to have to... what would be nice, EMG, if you are listening, not that you will be, would be to include 2 of this adapter, because this adapter sits in there to unload your mags, but it's also a very useful adapter to fill mags. So if it was me, I'd be like, right, give me 2 of them so I can do both. I imagine it's going to be very easy to 3D print all kinds of adapters for these. So there we go. So Evo mag filled absolutely fine. Do we have any? No, it is full. It is full to the brim. So those 75 rounders are going to be really easy to unload as well. Now you might be using an Evo, but you might be using one of these bad boys. The EPM E9 mag. Let's give this a go. So 1, 2, 3. I'm still on a big battery. Seems to like that big battery. And it stops perfectly fine, works perfectly. Very nice to see. I was half expecting this thing to fail straight out the bat. So, are we full? Yeah, we are. I can't get any more BBs in there. So, your PTS Evo mags are going to be absolutely fine. It hardly took any effort from the loader to do those mags. So if you're predominantly using AEGs, I think you're going to have, you know, no issue whatsoever. We've got an EPM LR mag. Again, I don't think this is going to have any problem. You can kind of tell when it's getting full because you hear the motor slow down. What I would predominantly do as well, I'd probably just have like a little plastic box or an ammo tin, just so those that shoot and roll off the loader aren't going to go skipping across the bench at home or on your table at, you know, your airsoft event. So that mag, absolutely no problem whatsoever. Let's get these out of the way. I don't think it's going to have an issue with any of these AEG style mags, or the midcap mags. We've got a KWA QRF Mod 3 mag. Absolutely fine. Let's just whiz through these. This is an Ares M45 X-Class extended mag. So I was watching Saber Airsoft's video before this one, because I know he's in the Discord. He bought one. He got his before me. I think he was having some trouble. I haven't got to GBB stuff just yet, but I think he was using a very small battery, so a big battery might help. So this is a PTS EPM AR9 magazine. I don't think it's going to have problems with any of these midcap mags. I think the test is going to be that EPM one. So let's get this out of the way. So here we have a PTS EPM mag for the MTWs. 120 rounds. Absolutely no problem with that one as well. This is a old school, genuine PTS Magpul mag. These were 120 rounders. I can't remember who was making these, maybe GMP or someone. This is back in the day, good stuff, original P mags from PTS. 120 rounder. It's not going to have any issue. And you can see how fast I'm filling these. You're going to be filling them probably a lot faster than an Odin, because obviously you're having to take them out, latch them in, do the winding stuff. You could just go bam, bam, bam and fill your mags. Right, EPM 1. Put your predictions down in the comments below before you watch this part. So pause the video, go in the comments and say, I don't think this is going to work, or I think this is going to fill this mag absolutely no problem at all. No cheating. Starting to struggle. Would you look at that? That was the real test, boys and girls, for AG mags. That can fill an EP. I am using a big battery, remember. I'm not using a small one. I probably wouldn't recommend that. I'm going to be wanting to use one of these because the last thing I want to do is be switching out batteries. Also, the smaller the battery you have, the less amperage it can supply to the motor. But that is an EPM 1, and it filled it absolutely no drama whatsoever. Let's go and empty some of these mags. We've got EPM 1, empty, P mag, empty, EPM MTW mag, empty, Aries M45, it had no problems with that, that's 120 rounder, 80 round QRF mag, had no problems with that, EPM AR9 mag, are these 120 or 140? I can't quite remember, no problems with that. Now, here's going to be a test. This is where we start to ramp things up a little bit. So I'm going to try and fill a VFC M249 GBB cassette. I'll be using an easy loader. These make filling them a lot easier than using the tube, but these are a very, very difficult mag to fill. It might break the mag, it might break the loader. Let's give it a go. Put your predictions down below. Here we go. We can view it on here. No, it didn't like that at all. Let's try it again. This is a brand new loader, so it is dusty. This is one that I just got randomly that was the wrong colour. Let's try that again. Oh, we're going. Well, colour me impressed. Now, it's not perfect, but these are a very, very difficult mag to fill. And it's filled it all the way up to 175. I normally only fill these up to 125 because that's where, you know, me using a manual speed loader, you really start to struggle. These cassettes aren't the best, but I'm going to have to unload that now, which is going to suck. Yeah, we'll come back to that. But yeah, that is quite impressive because that is a difficult mag to load, even with a hand speed loader. I have broken pretty much... I've bought all these fancy manual speed loaders like the Laylax one, and sorry if this is a long video, I'm just being very comprehensive so you can see me testing everything. I have broken so many brand new speed loaders out of the box filling them because they're a nightmare. It might still explode. If it does, we'll have to just wince a little bit. Right, so we've done that. Let's get on to the GBB. Now, these MPX mags are quite easy to fill. I don't even think we'll have to use an adapter because you can fill them directly from the top. What is going to be the best way to do that? I think it's going to be literally using that one. So, GBB MPX... Nope, didn't like that. Probably because I'm struggling to hold it on there. So with these, I can fill it from the top. Maybe I need to hold the mag. Let's give it another go. Ooh, I've got a bit of friction burn on my fingers. But it filled that mag. Yeah, that is full. That is full. So we're just going to pop these rounds out here. So APFG /VFC, MPX, GBB, SMG, all the acronyms. No problem with that. Now, this is a Archwick APC9 mag. I'm going to try this one of two ways. So we can fill these from the top, but it is difficult. Can we use this adapter? Will it fill? That is annoying that those BBs stay in there. Yeah, you really need to supply two of those adapters. Right, we're going to give this a go. See if this will fill. No. No, it's not going to fill with that adapter. No. Not the right adapter for this mag. We can try filling it from the top. Let's give that a go. It's hard to get it started because you need to like get your fingers in the right place. One more try. So yeah, you can do it. You're going to throw BBs everywhere, but it does work. Just filling it straight from the top. So that does kind of work. We've got, I think all the VFC mags are going to fill from the top because they're genuinely pretty easy. I just want to see if the adapters make it any easier for us. So we use the GBB adapter, but this is a VFC G3 mag. Oh, it works. VFC G3 mag works with that adapter. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That being said, does that mean, will this fit on that adapter? Let's try the MPX that way. Let's give it a go. Yep, MPX mag, that was much easier. So both of those will fill. Right, let's move on to some quite difficult mags. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a Guns Modify PMag, and I'm going to try and use the adapter that they, in fact that's not going to work because it hits the, that's not going to work because it hits the feeder. But I do have, this isn't a Gen 3, this is like a Gen 1, but I do have my easy loader, so let's give this a go, see if it works. Oh, would you look at that? That's beautiful. I'm going to love using this thing. So GM PMag for the MWS with one of my easy loaders. This will work for the version 1s and version 2s. The version 3s, they changed the feed lips, so I haven't quite figured out a fix for that just yet. We've got a Tokyo Marui MWS Stanag mag. Again, using my easy loader with the normal adapter. Let's see if this works. Yep, it does. Oh my God, that fills me with so much joy. Now, when you're filling GBB mags, all of these that you've seen, if you're going to be using them in your gun, just strip the top round out, and that will prevent you damaging your nozzles. I do this on all mags because you're full to the brim. You need to give that little bit of space. So as you're filling them up in the safe zone or wherever you are at your weekender event, fill it to the top, strip the top round out, and you'll be having a good day. So GMP mag, MWS mag. The only one we've got left to do is the AKM/AKX mag by Marui. Again, using one of my Marui easy loaders. Now, every now and again, I'll see a person post saying my easy loaders don't work. And the whole way that these work is you have to apply pressure. So MWS easy loader, you have to apply the pressure downwards and then fill it. As you'll see, it just worked on that loader. So same with the AKM AKX, you have to press it all the way down so it seats and you have to hold it. And here we go. And yeah, it filled that mag, no problem whatsoever. So I'd fill that in the safe zone. I'd strip the top round. So I can see what I'm doing. That will alleviate the pressure on the nozzle and means you don't break anything in your gun. So GBR mags, let me clear these GBR mags and we'll be right back and we'll get onto pistol mags. Right, I've cleared my GBR mags. However, there was one I forgot. Now, I'm not going to try with the MP9s because the MP9s work in a very specific way where there's no real way without a loading adapter that you could, I suppose you could design up to redirect the BBs going in to down. So it's quite a, you know, a flat channel feed lip. However, you know, you would be able to use it with an adapter like this, but the feed lips are quite wide on the MP9s and they're quite shallow in terms of height. I did want to try it with the PMX because the PMX, I think, yeah, even there you can see the hole isn't quite lined up. So you probably have to use an adapter if someone makes one. Could you... I mean, you probably could lock this down and fill it from the bottom, but that's not the point. I'm going to give it a go anyway. You know, it might surprise us. So I wouldn't do this with an MP9 or a VMP1 mag, but with the PMX having narrower feed lips, we're going to give it a go. But I'm not hopeful, so yeah. Jesus, if you're experimenting like this, make sure you got some safety glasses on like I have, because it is quite the experience. So we've gone through all them. What's next? Pistols. Pistols can be difficult, and one of the most difficult mags to fill with an adapter from the top is the G series magazine. Now I have got 6 here, well 7 if you include this one, to try. Now first of all, this is the Infinity Kit mag for the JV Airsoft Custom Infinite Kit for the AAPO1. You can see many videos on this on my channel, but they use a stick mag, and then the rest of the gas mag is just like a HPA feed, so you can still get locked back when using HPA. Now I'm imagining this is going to work okay, so let's give it a go. Stick mags for the Infinite Kit. 3, 2, 1. No, it did not. Let's give it one more go. I just don't think the hole lines up quite enough. Could try holding it at a different angle maybe. So yeah, if you hold it at a slightly different angle, so don't hold it flat to the adapter like I did, you have to like push it forward a little bit and it sort of lines up the channel. And that mag filled no drama. Tokyo Marui 1911 mag. I'm not hopeful. This is the M45 mag. Let's give it a go. We're going to hold it at a different angle again, if I can get it in. Yes. 1911 mag will work. Again, you have to be creative with the adapter. So you'll see here, it wants to line up like that, but then that means the feed lip is like right on the edge of that little channel. So you kind of have to angle your mags. Instead of them being flat to the adapter like this, you need to angle your mags forward. That seems to be the trick, and it's probably how they're doing it on a lot of these videos. So 1911 mag filled absolutely fine. Again, strip the top round out with gas mags. You don't want to damage them. This is an FNX 45 mag. These feed lips don't even fit, but we're going to give it a go. I'm just going to angle it into that channel like that, and we'll see if we can get it to work. 3, 2, 1, here we go. It's difficult. Yeah, it doesn't want to fill that any further. Yeah, FNX 45 mag. It would need a different adapter that, you know, sort of alleviates the feed lips a little bit more, because they are quite chunky. That's VFC FNX 45 mag, by the way. Now we get onto the difficult stuff. Now we get onto the meat and taters. Now this is a Action Army AAPO1 magazine. Now I think we're going to have the same issue where you see the feed lips don't line in, so you're going to have to put it on an angle, unless it wants to like part the feed lips. So AAPO1 mag, let's give it a quick go. No, doesn't want to. Oh, we got a little bit in just by forcing it. Now I'm going to angle the mag a little bit differently. Might be a bit of like jiu-jitsu you need to do with this. Let's empty the mag out. Let's give it a fair test. Right. Glock mags are notorious for being impossible to fill from the top. No. Let's just go straight down. Yeah, you can get maybe 10 rounds in. AAPO1 mag, no go. This is a Lambda Defense GHM9 mag. I can't really put them in any different because it doesn't line up. Let's try it really angled forward. No, doesn't work. I'm sure they did a video where they were feeling the Glock mag. I'm going to call bullshit. GHM9 mag, no. This is a TTI mag from the TP22. Let's go. We've got a little bit further than the AAP mag. Got about halfway. This is a Toka Marui Glock 17 mag, or Glock 18 mag, whichever, they're both the same. And that one filled. It stopped to begin with, and then I just kept pushing it down. And you'll see, it fills them till they're solid. Now this can't move, so what you're going to have to do, strip a round out, test it. You're probably going to have to strip 2 rounds out because it still doesn't clear. Basically, when you pull the follower down like that, this needs to be clear. But Toka Marui Glock mag feels fine. This is a Crytek Maxim 9 mag, incredibly light. It's probably going to be similar to the VFC stuff. Crytek Maxim 9, let's go. No. I'm imagining it's a lot to do with the strength of the feed lips. Angle it a bit. So I angled it a bit forward, filled about halfway, then it gave up. This one actually might work. This is a GHK G17 mag. That one works. These don't hold that many rounds. We can test this by trying to plow another one in. No, it won't work. I think I actually just broke the speed loader trying to... there we go. So yeah, you can fill some GBB mags. Glocks are notoriously the hardest to do this with. That's why a lot of people don't make Glock speed loader adapters, because the channels are it's just a very difficult problem. High kappa mags, I imagine this would work very well with. Any other type of pistol mag, I think this is going to be okay. The 1911 mag worked okay. This was the Marui one, wasn't it? Marui G17 works okay as well. You're just going to have to strip some BBs out the top to make your gun safe, as in not to... that one's jammed. That's what happens with Glock speed loaders, you know, they just jam up. So yeah, you're going to have to protect your mags from damaging your nozzles. And it's the same with any GBB pistol, any GBBR. You need to be able to move the follower down and it move out the way of the nozzle. Strip 1 round out for, you know, your MWS stuff. Strip 2 rounds out for your pistols. With the pistols, it's quite easy because you can test them. But yeah, so far, I'm quite impressed with this speed loader. Now I am using a big battery. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect that big battery. I'm going to put on the smaller one, which is still a powerful battery. And we're going to go for round number 2 on that Marui one, just because we got the furthest one. Can we do it on the smaller battery? Let's go. Yeah, absolutely fine. Marui G17 mags. Again, it's fully compressed, that spring. 1, 2. It'll be all down to do with how tight feed lips are. And I think that's pretty much all the magazines that I've got to test at the moment. I can't think of anything else that I've missed. So I hope this has been... It's going to be a boring video. It's like 35 minutes long. Apologies for that. I know some of you struggle. But I just wanted to be as comprehensive as possible, because you're spending your hard-earned money. These aren't cheap at £110. Is it worth the dough? And honestly, I'm going to go as far to say this is the best electric speed loader to date that I personally have tested. The Odins are very good. The Odin's made for an M4 mag, so you have to get adapters. This is just designed to put BBs out of a hole. The only other speed loader I think I'd want to try is that Vanguard Solutions one. I think they're like in the Netherlands or Denmark or somewhere. I have emailed them before about doing one. But yeah, Hope you enjoyed that or didn't enjoy it, but you know, we filled a bunch of mags. I mean, for GBR mags, this thing's going to be phenomenal. For your AG stuff, this is going to be phenomenal. Pistol mags, some will, some won't. You just have to try it for yourselves. Thank you very much for staying all the way through. If you have stayed all the way through this video, put down in the comments below. I want to know who you are, because you get a cookie. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your support. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the links in the description below. It will be heavily appreciated. As always, from me, and more importantly from Bench, we'll both see you in the next video.